Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Carlene, I'm your host, and this is your week ahead reading for what's coming up with a specific topic that we're going to be diving into, as well as a pick a card moving forward. But before we dive into that, I'd like to first of all share that I'll be hosting a Jaguar healing ceremony June 23rd, and it's going to be powerful and beautiful because all of us are going to be working together. It's going to be a beautiful healing ceremony in which every single one of us turns into a healer, and you'll be surprised if you haven't done something like this before, how well that works and how beautiful that works. And so each one of us will be receiving a healing in that ceremony. And we'll be doing a deep dive into the realm of the Jaguar and bringing up those energies and that consciousness layer within us, and just seeing how we can utilize that in our day-to-day lives, how we can work with this consciousness to bring more authenticity to our experience, more depth, more meaning, more purpose into our lives. But that being said, you'll find the link in the description box below this video. I welcome you there. I hope to see you there. I'd love to work with your energy there. And now I'd like for us to just take a brief pause. Just take this moment and take a deep breath in. Hold it for 7 seconds. And breathe out for 7 seconds. Breathe in. Hold. Breathe out. Breathe in. Hold. Breathe out. Don't forget to do this during your day every now and then to ground, recoup, re-energize, resettle. Okay, the week ahead, what's coming up in the energies? Well, before I clicked start, and by the way, I'm only working with Oracle cards today, but before I click start, what came up the most for the week ahead is integrity and authenticity, being true to yourself. There's so many distractions out there, so many different directions, so many different ways of going about things, so many different solutions, ideas, opinions. It's become a very interesting world because on the one hand, we have all these ideas, solutions, and opinions, but on the other hand, there's a lot. There's a lot going on, right? A lot going on. So I'd like you to every now and then take a step back and just reconnect to yourself, reconnect to your inner space, reconnect to your true core being of what you feel is right and what you feel is wrong. Find your way back to yourself through your breath. Take a pause. It's easy to, just take out a sword and turn around in a circle and cut every head off that you see, especially when you're feeling unbalanced, when you're feeling like you're not in your middle, when you're feeling like it's so overwhelming, everything that's coming in towards you. But if you take a deep breath before you respond and you get into the habit of not reacting, but responding, and before you respond, you take a deep breath in, you're giving yourself more of a room and space to be your authentic self and not fall into the programming, into the fear, into the manipulations of the unspoken desires of others, right? And so you have that moment, take it, work with it, utilize it, and get back into the habit of really being present in every moment of your life as much as you can be, right? As much as you can be. But so many of us, we drift through life. We're on autopilot for most of the time, and we're not really focused, concentrated, and aware in our middle and inner center and doing what we authentically feel we should do or what we came here to do. And it's time to reconnect to that. And I feel like this week it's going to be a lot of moments for people that circle around the topic of integrity, authenticity, and how much you stand in your own, how much you stand in yourself, within yourself, in the balance in the middle of yourself. Okay. So it really feels as if that's That's super important. And a lot of times we think that integrity is equal to truth, but truth is a thing, right? Of course, there is truth. But if you're in a reaction, if you're in a coping mechanism, then there's the truth of that, right? If you're in your whatever it is, there's the truth of whatever space you're in. So you want to be really in your core truth and be in alignment with that, be in alignment with your higher self. Now, sometimes when you're not feeling connected to your higher self, you can call your higher self in. As you guys know, some of you here are points for grief, right? And along your shoulders. So you can press or massage those points right where your lungs meet up with the top part of your shoulder. So you can massage those points, but you can also tap those points. You can tap all across your chest. You can do that with me now. You can tap up your arms, and some of you already do this. You know that, right? I like to just tap around here because I did carry a lot of grief, and that it's still there, and it's not actively influencing my life as such, but it was so long a part of my life that it's become a part of my energetic signature or frequency. And there are advantages and disadvantages to that. On the one hand, I can easily connect to the grief of others. I can easily lift that. I can easily understand that. I can easily all of that, right? But sometimes people misread that and think I am still grieving, right? So there's that. So I like to tap it out of my system, out of my body, and you can tap the back of your head, neck, and head all the way up, and you can do all that. And just bring your energy up again and allow yourself to connect to your body, feel yourself. And when you're in a really beautiful space and state, you can call to your higher self. You can ask your divine self, your higher self, to connect, to reconnect to you. So you can call in and say, my divine self, I ask for you to connect to me now. Show me that you are connecting to me. Influence me. Show me the right pathway forward for myself in this life. What is the good way forward for me? Now, again, right? So I there's some more things to say to that, but really get yourself in a high vibrational space and allow yourself to open up, totally open up, and just really be willing to receive, higher knowledge, higher guidance, higher impulses, deeper insights, you name it, about yourself and your situation and how you're supposed to move forward in your life. Okay. All right. So let's dive in and see a general collective message beyond walking in integrity and truth and in alignment with your higher self, and that there are situations coming up this week that are going to be around that. And do not underestimate them, no matter how small it may seem, right? So you may be deciding which shoes would I prefer to buy, and you're thinking, okay, this can't be possibly the situation. It's just about shoes, whatever. No, it's right there. Are you going to buy the shoes that you think are trendy, or are you going to buy the shoes that you really like? And so for everybody, the moment is going to be on a different level depending where you're at or where you need to be reached. But I'd say it's a week of integrity and standing in your truth, standing up for what you believe in. Making choices that reflect how you stand to yourself, right? Okay, so let's see here. What's coming up for the collective, please? What does the collective message hold for this week ahead? What does the collective message hold for this week ahead? And so we've got the money coming up, and we've got security and stability. Okay. So again, a lot of people are going to be focusing in on that, on making money, generating an income. Okay, we've got a lot of thoughts going towards money, okay, because this is the overall topic is money. And you can see this. Let me see if it's showing up here. There we go. You can see his little umbrella full of money, and he's got money in his tail, this chameleon. And that's the thing with integrity, right? Because here we have the chameleon, and the chameleon has a skill to adapt, has a skill to become what is in his immediate environment. And sometimes that is needed. This is a gift, this is a skill. And in some instances, that is absolutely needed. But this week, you want to be mindful what colors you take on. You want to be mindful what colors you adapt to, what ideas you adapt to, what concepts you align yourself to that may not be in complete harmony with who you are. Okay. Next up is like I said, the thoughts, a lot of thoughts going around money, a lot of ideas and concepts coming up around money this week. And what you really shouldn't be focused on is the control of it. So there's this huge topic again with that, integrity and control, right? Integrity and control. So a lot of times to be integer, we have to release control. We have to give up control of something, give up control of the outcome, give up control of how we come across to others or how others perceive us. We're giving up a lot. And so we're giving up control over a situation in order to walk in truth and in our personal alignment. So there are a lot of thoughts going in with that this week. Okay. Then we have there might be a story in the news about a wealthy young woman or a young woman who has come into a lot of money or is about a lot of money. Okay. Or from a lot of money. And we've got strength. She's showing strength, or she has shown strength. There may be something about taking action. This is the male lead character, and there may be something about taking action, having to take action, this person taking action for or against this person, this woman. But there's some kind of a connection this week about a female character connected to a stronger male, money, wealth, things of that nature, and it leading to somehow a more of a women's empowerment thing. Maybe that's what I'm picking up here. Okay. But some kind of an action is being taken, has to do with money and finances as well. So that's the collective message. And let's dive into the pick a card and see what's coming up there. Okay. The pick a card. And this is a 1, 2, or 3 pick a card reading. So dive right in, take a deep breath in. And what number shows up for you in front of your third eye? Let me know. Is it 1, 2, or 3? And make sure to drop a comment in the comment section below. And of course, don't hesitate to book your personal session or sign up for the Jaguar Healing Ceremony, also in the description box below this video. All righty, let's dive in and have a look. We're starting off with pile number 1. Pile number 1, what's coming up for you? So those of you that chose pile number 1, let's see. We've got strategy. This is the first card coming up this week. And so something's occurring this week where you're going to feel like you're either a pawn in a game. You may feel played, you may feel used, you may feel taken for granted. It could also be, though, that you're planning strategically something. You're making strategic moves, or you should be more strategic in the moves that you're making. Whatever it is this week, it's asking of you to really be very mind focused on things, to see things clearly, to map and plan things out, to take your time in assessing situations. Don't jump into things head over heels or do things all of a sudden, but really take your time and to map things out. Where you would be losing energy is to allow others to dictate over you, to follow the leader, so follow someone and not find your own pathway, to let yourself be led, but also to go to war. Okay, this is a week of strategy for those of you that chose number 1. So no war, no following the guru or other people's advice, no rigidity. You have to be flexible, right? Flexible, strategic will get you further this week. So there are good messages coming towards you. You may have been waiting for a specific message or waiting to hear from someone or something. And yeah, something good is coming towards you. Some kind of good news is coming your way. And this will help you in your activities. And this card represents activity. Okay, so we've got the hummingbird, the bees on the flower. So a lot of productivity and activity is happening this week for you. And this letter that you're receiving or this great news that you're receiving, it could have to do with your career, your work, or your job, number one. So I do feel like it's a perfect week for you to strategize to get ahead, to strategize to get into the position that you actually want to be in, to do the work that you actually want to do. There's something about competition. Don't be afraid of competition. See it as something that's only there to enhance you, something that's there to that you can play this game. It's okay to be in competition with someone or yourself, you're an old version of yourself. But you see, the sun and moon, they're not really in competition, even though it might look that way. They stand opposite to each other sometimes. The moon reflects the sun. And in many stories, we always have the moon that is chasing the sun, trying to catch up to the sun in many old stories. But it's not really a competition, is it? It's a working together to create more good. So through this rough and tumble, um, you're actually being sanded down, right? You're being refined through this competition with others. You're being refined. So don't see it as a negative thing. Just see it as an opportunity to show your greatness, an opportunity to shine. So you may be dealing with someone who's push pulling. Okay. This person is push pulling and you're yearning to get together with them. You're yearning for a get together. You may be connecting with other people as well about that situation. You may be connecting with others, but you're yearning to get together with them, and they may be keeping you at a distance at this moment because they just need this time for themselves. They need this time to take care of themselves, right? For whatever reason, they need this time to maybe fulfill some projects, but they're not forgetting you. That's not what I'm picking up. They're just taking a break or a step back or a step to the side. They're not forgetting you. Okay, so that's what's coming up for pile number one. It looks like a beautiful week ahead for you. Just utilize these energies to step into your authenticity and your integrity, of course, and to be strategic in an integer way. Know when to step back, know when to push forward, and don't be rigid, and don't succumb to authorities and or the authority figures. Don't let yourself be told what to do or be guided in any way that you feel is not actually in alignment with what you want to do. Okay? Have an awesome week. Okay, those of you that chose number two, what's coming up for you? Number two. Number two, what's coming up for you? The first card that comes out for you, number two, is alliance, agreement, partnership. I think that's. And we see, you can't really tell, but it's a map, an astrological map of the heavens and a map of the earth overlaid on top of one of each other. And it really represents opposites coming together. So there's something about some kind of energy or person that isn't, you're making it work. You're making it work, even though it's not really in alignment with you and who you are, you're making it work. Then what you shouldn't be focused on is waiting, right? Some of you are too patient. You've been waiting on someone or waiting for something to work or waiting for something to come together, waiting for something to happen. It's been a long road, right? So this may have taken quite some time, or you may have been at this for quite some time, and it's time to let go. This is the card of letting go, of releasing. Okay. So you can see how, everything's flying free out of his head, the balloons. This is release and letting go. The advice card for you is to really have a look in the mirror. And we see this monkey in the mirror, and the monkey, we speak about the monkey mind, like overthinking things, getting too much in the mind, over focusing, trying to. So there's that monkey mind. And we've got, yeah. So this is all about for you acknowledging your own power. Okay. Some of you, whoever chose number two, you're trying to, there's some more cards that fell out, but you're trying to find yourself in the connection with someone else. And you're trying to find your power through validation from someone else. And this comes from your deep inner child who is feeling very lonely, who wants a playmate, maybe, or wants to be acknowledged, wants to be validated, who never received that. And there's this deep desire for that, this deep desire to also experience your own power, to experience your own energy, right? Your own energy and how that affects the world, how that affects everything around you. But you want to experience it in a safe, light, and playful way. And it's almost as if you're hesitating to experience the full ramifications of that power with all the consequences that come in with it. So you try to experience it in your relationships. And I feel like this week is where you're going to realize if you're in integrity with yourself that it doesn't work the way that you've planned it out. It doesn't work the way you've been going about it. It doesn't work to try to wait for someone, be overly attached to someone, be the all giving, all, providing. And you've been doing this for quite some time. It's been a long road, and it's time to now release that. Now, this doesn't mean that this week you're going to be walking off single or solo, but it's time to release this way of going about things. It's time to release this perspective within yourself. It's time to heal, okay? And to recognize that, you've been fooling yourself. You're the only one who's been fooling you. And nobody else can fool you but you, not really. Others can play a game and they can lie and so on and so forth. But if you've been in this for this long of a time, then and this is a long road here, right? What you can see, um, then you've been fooling yourself. So there's some kind of a situation, number two, where you've been kidding yourself, you've been fooling yourself, you've been in some kind of a state of denial about, and you've been doing that just so you wouldn't be alone. And so you could experience validation through a partner, and then through that experience yourself, experience your own energy. And it's time to cut these games, okay? So time to recognize that you have to well, you don't have to do anything, actually. That's why I'm stuck at that point, because you don't have to do anything, but you can if you choose. You can have a look in the mirror and just figure it out, figure out how am I doing this to myself? And sometimes it's a painful way of questioning. It's a painful path of question and answer, but you can, if you ask yourself the right questions, you'll actually be releasing the energy that you have tied up in the wrong answers. Okay. Alrighty. So I hope that helps. And I'm wishing you a beautiful, wonderful week ahead. And own yourself, own your own power. Okay. You don't need anyone's permission to be here or to be yourself. All right. Moving on to those of you that chose number three. Number three, what's coming up for you? Number three, what's coming up for number three, please? What's coming up for number three? What's coming up for number three? We've got security and stability. This is going to be a huge topic for you this week. Security, safety, stability. You may be providing a nest for others, or you may be deciding to create a nest, okay? But this energy is somehow coming into your experience a lot. Questions around that too. You've got big desires though, so it's almost like on the one hand, your desire for security and stability is overriding your soul dreams, your soul desires for expansion and growth, and you're limiting yourself and keeping yourself kind of small. There's an action that needs to be taken, and the outcome is, again, security and stability in the house. Okay. The advice here. We've got, oh, twice shown. This is deception. Be wary of deception. Okay. Be wary of deception. We've got a trust control theme here. Okay. Tricky. Number three, okay, what's going on? It seems that some of you are in some kind of a situation where you're hesitating on taking proper action or the action that would actually be what you want to take and what you want to do. And so you're deceiving yourself or deceiving others, or you're allowing yourself, again, to be deceived. Okay. But the price that you're paying or the contract that you entered into was to receive security for deception and this is security for non-truth. And you're confusing, there's some kind of a trust and control issue going on in your life currently as well, where it feels like either you're not being trusted, you're not trusting, and a result of that is more control. So someone trying to control you, or you trying to control someone or a situation. And it feels as if, it's time to end these charades. It's really time to end these charades and to realize that you've sold this freedom that you desire, that you truly desire, you've sold it for security. Now, the action is that you need to take, or seemingly that you can take if you choose, is to create that security for yourself, create that stability for yourself. Here, you're looking for stability in the sense of it being provided to you, such as a maternal cushion or a cushion, like a safe space that will catch you when you fall. But here you literally are building that for yourself. You're creating that within yourself. You're making it happen within yourself so that wherever you are, you're feeling safe in being who you are, who you truly are, and expressing that. And it also feels as if someone is in your life who is supposed to provide you with security and stability, but this person is slowly moving into control tactics. So you want to be mindful and aware of that. Okay. Okay, so this week ahead, for those of you that chose number three, it's really to have a look at, what am I truly living and why? What do I want to live and why am I not living that? What am I selling out for to receive something that's supposed to protect me or keep me safe or keep me secure, or what's going on there? And why have I given up my dreams for it, right? Why can't I have it all? What are the belief sets all the way at the base that are keeping me from living my absolute truth, my actual truth, and what I really would want to live if I could? And then slowly start taking action towards it. Because as you know, you take one step in the direction of the universe will take 5 steps towards you and provide you with what it is that you deeply need on a soul level if you're living in your soul alignment. Okay. So that's that for the week ahead, you guys. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on my next videos. Take care. Have an awesome week. Bye.